I am Millicent Juma. I come from Siaya County, Alego Usonga Sub-County, Southeast Ward in Siaya. Before starting with my crafts work, I went to school up to high school or levels. I am a trained hairdresser professionally and beautician, but I had much interest in doing handcraft. And this I got from when I was 9 years old. My elder sister will come back to school with will come back home with unfinished work from her school. So she would, quote unquote, force me to help her finish with her work. That's when I got the interest. Because I remember the first time when I made a scarf for her, she went back to school and sold it. And she came and shared back the money with me. So I thought, oh, this is a viable venture. So after school, after doing my hairdressing and beauty course, while working at a salon, I would carry my crafts materials to the salon. So when there wasn't any client, I would work on my pieces. And bit by bit, the clients would come to the salon, would love my work, and they would want to buy. So I started selling my work. Then I went for a diploma course for French. So at the Alliance Française, I also got clients who pushed me even further to do this as a economically viable venture. And I would want to say, I forgot to say that I am a person with disability, and this really motivated me because I didn't see the need, quote unquote, the need to go and look for employment because I already had my own employment. So I started buying the materials from a wholesaler. The yarn, I would use beads, I would use straw, I use baskets, sisal for baskets. So that's how I ventured into this business of handcrafts. I joined Siaya Muungano Network, a women rights organization, in 2018. And my first engagement with Siaya Muungano Network, I was taken for a training on ODSS, organization strengthening the systems of an organization. That's how I first engaged with Muungano Network. And as we continue to grow, Muungano Network had an initiative called Husika Dada. And I would say that my skills have grown since I joined Siaya Muungano Network in terms of advocacy. I've gained communication skills. They've had platforms where they've included women and girls with disabilities, of which I represent. They've given us chances and opportunities to express ourselves, even in knowing our rights, expressing what we have as persons with disabilities. They've given us platform on how we can sell whatever we have made. And some skills we have also been taught at Husika Dada initiative, like soap making, and also doing like village savings and loans. We have done that at Husika Dada initiative and Siaya Muungano Network. So I would say that Muungano Network have catapulted me as a person to levels that I wouldn't imagine I would have if I were myself, by myself, that is.
Because there are issues that you're seeking to raise awareness on. Cindy, the change that you want.
So my name is Shelleen Adhiambo, and I work for Siaya Muungano Network, which is a women rights and a youth development organization. And as an organization, we have different advocacy models that we are utilizing in achieving our goal of ensuring that women live in dignity to enjoy their equal rights. One of them being the Husika Dada initiative. So Husika Dada initiative is an advocacy platform that provides an opportunity for young women and girls to be able to advocate for their rights and discuss emerging issues. So the platform uses different approaches. One is conducting debates in schools. The other one is conducting dialogue sessions with community members. And the third one is mentorship to young women. That is done through the Kikaos. Kikaos are young women circle sessions that we have with young women in and out of school in the community. So as an advocacy platform, the key focus areas of Husika Dada includes economic empowerment, sexual reproductive health and rights, as well as budget accountability. So the Husika Dada initiative is big and has a major focus in terms of economic empowerment, especially for young women with disabilities, because most of the times they have been marginalized. And we believe that when a young woman is empowered, then they get to have a voice. And when they're able to economically empower themselves and have the ability to provide for themselves, then it reduces the risk of being victims of violence. So as a platform, our call today to the government is that there is a need for the government to develop policies that are friendly to the needs of persons with disabilities, as well as incorporating persons with disabilities in employment opportunities, because there is a provision of 30% for women, youth, and persons with disabilities in employment. And so it is a call to the government that we may be able to comply to this, as well as providing opportunities and spaces for them to participate in decision-making processes. And providing these spaces, including involving them in decision-making, is as simple as making sure that our structures are friendly to their needs, and that everything, including our budget allocation, is responsive to their needs.
As a person with disability, calling for support for persons with disability, on behalf of persons with disability, from the county government, from the county government of Siaya, and from the government of Kenya. My prayer is that the social protection schemes should be implemented. They shouldn't just be on paper. They should be implemented. When a person with disability is seeking support from either the offices or for the social protection schemes, I think they should be prioritized. A person with disability is not just a person who needs help, but a person who needs support. Let us level the ground. Let us make it equal. Give us equal opportunities so that we can express or reach our magnitudes of doing our work. We can do business. We are asking for loans that we can pay. Don't put stringent measures on these loans. We are asking for jobs. Let it be progressive, the 5%. Let it be progressive. There are persons with disability, youths with disability who are IT savvy. Let them have those jobs. Let your offices also be disability friendly. You say that persons with disability don't look for jobs, don't apply for those jobs. But we are saying, is your office also disability friendly? Can it accommodate a youth who is visually impaired? Can you accommodate a youth who has got hearing impairment? Or is the structure of your office can accommodate a youth on a wheelchair? So this is the kind of support we need from the government. Infrastructures to be put in place. Soft skills in the offices for persons with disabilities should be put in place. The financial institutions also should recognize that persons with disability also needs to access the credit and loan schemes that are there. So we are asking, as a person with disability, that all this should be put in mind when they are being put in place, that a person with disability would need to even progress in life, in terms of business, in terms of job, employment, and also in terms of social inclusion in areas of sports. We also need persons with disability. If we could create like a recreational center for persons with disability, those who are not able to engage in the heavy sports. There are board games that they can be put in place for persons with disability, like chess, Monopoly, Scrabble. We can do all that. Table tennis, persons with disability can do that. So that is a plea to the county government of Siaya that the youth and persons with disabilities in Siaya would need.
So my call to the government, and especially our county government of Siaya, is that let us try as much as possible to develop and implement policies that are responsive to the needs of persons with disabilities, especially young women. And let us also work towards ensuring that our environment and our structures are friendly to their needs, so that we are able to make every other place accessible for persons with disabilities. And let us also ensure that we incorporate persons with disabilities in spaces of decision making, because majority of the times their involvement comes as an afterthought. And to every organization and every individual, it is our responsibility to ensure that we support and we make sure that persons with disabilities live comfortably in our community, and that only has to begin with each and every one of us committing to making that work. Thank you.
Okay, for as a person with disability, I have a message for my fellow persons with disabilities, those that feel like they've lost hope in life. First, I would like to encourage you that apart from your disability, you are a human being. And also being a human being, there are things that you're able to do, and don't have like a pity party or self-pity because of your disability. There are things that you can engage in. If you don't have your hands, you can use your legs, you can run. If you don't have your ears, maybe you have a hearing impairment, there are things that you can do with your hands. If you are visually impaired, there are things that you can still do with your hands. And if it is that difficult, then you can do advocacy. You can talk, you can speak for your rights, you can express yourself even with your disability. There are things that you can do. Don't have self-pity, don't have the spirit of being a beggar. We are here as persons with your fellow persons with disabilities. We can teach on skills. We can give you directions. If you need anything, you can come and talk to us through Siaya Muungano Network or Husika Dada Initiative. We can guide you on what to do. And first and foremost, I'd like to tell those with disabilities who have not registered, you need to register and have the National Persons with Disabilities card, so that when any budgetary is being done with the government, they will know the number of persons with disability they are dealing with. So don't lose hope. Get bursaries, go to school, get livelihoods, learn skills. There is hope for persons with disability. It is not the end of it if you have a disability.